Hey everybody, I hope you're all staying safe and well during this pandemic. My topic today is the benefit of taking time off. So this pandemic, as we all know, has given us a well-needed vacation from our normal busy lives from school and work. So knowing that we're all in college, my question to you is, when was the last time you guys took a well-needed vacation, whether it was from school or work? According to an article published by BlizzQuest, 42% of people and their families alone in the United States skip their summer vacations. And within that same article, the author provided a list of 5 benefits from taking time off and going on vacation from work and school. The first benefit is that taking time off provides mental clarity. Though you don't need a standard week-long vacation in Florida or in the Bahamas to get a sense of mental clarity. You can get this from just taking a walk outside for a breath of fresh air, exercising, reading a book, listening to music, or going to the gym, obviously when they reopen. The benefit of this is that it makes you and the person who uses it more creative. You can express more ideas and create more ideas. And generally, it improves a person's productivity, which segues us into our next topic, which I'm going to get to in just a few moments. For me, in my experience, mental clarity for me has come through when I need a break from my work, and I normally go and play my guitar, or I listen to music, or I help my parents cook meals. So our next topic, which I mentioned a little bit, is increased productivity. So this comes in when you're feeling burnt out on an assignment or part of your work when you're burnt out or exhausted. So hopefully you take a couple minutes, you grab food, you grab water, you try and go through social media. Doing something like this and then returning to your assignment or to work really helps improve productivity. And it's also a byproduct of mental clarity, like I had mentioned before, because it gives you that extra boost of energy to get your work done or to get your assignments done for school. And personally, I've found it very beneficial while doing physics homework and upper level math class homework. The next reason that I found is that there's this balance and imbalance between your work life and your hobbies. I'm going to get to another relationship very similar to this later on, so sit tight for that. But hobbies are very important to me. So, like, as majority of you know, my main hobby is playing my guitar. One way that I do this is I try and make a set time to where I'm just practicing my guitar, whether it's on the weekends up right outside of Roger Bacon Hall and Foy Hall up at Siena, or I'm just sitting in my bedroom in front of my piano next to my guitar amplifier playing one of those 2 instruments. I've found that it's a great way for me to de-stress and to just recenter myself after the end of a week of hard schoolwork, or just when I've had like a really stressful week. It's something that I can always fall back on to recenter myself. And the next benefit that I've also found within the article and within doing stuff for myself is improved focus. While it's very similar to improved productivity, the largest difference between the two is that when you're overworked, you tend to lose sight of your end goal or your end path. So taking some time off to reevaluate yourself and your goals is a super important thing to do, and I'm sure most of us did that when we were planning out our majors, our minors for those of us who have them, or even more important, the colleges that we were applying to. I know for me, I applied to a couple colleges, and Siena was my top choice. So they were my main goal for colleges to choose from. And I've found that taking the time to just sit down with yourself, to reevaluate yourself and where you are in your life is a really good way to reset your goals and to just replan the way you want to trajectory your life. The final reason, and what I think is the most important, is relationships with your families and with your work, and just creating a nice balance between the two. Very similar to like what I said about hobbies, but also it's very different. Balancing a healthy family relationship with a work relationship is very complex between, having your planned work like dinners or awards things, if especially for us as teachers, those are going to be a lot of important things that we have to attend, whether it's retirement parties or faculty parties or like being chaperones for any school events. But we have to also balance that with our own family lives, whether it's birthdays or, special gatherings or anything within that nature, whether it's, recitals for our nieces or nephews or whomever. The really bad part of this, and one way you can slip up with this, is that if you spend too much time working, clearly there's a lack of you spending time with family. While it may not be like that for most people, for some people it is. And it really puts a strain on those relationships, and your family members can feel very neglected. I've had a couple of situations like this, not with my family, thank God, but with a couple of friends that I thought I was going to be friends with forever. It all pretty much started within October of my freshman year of college last year. Obviously, I was still settling into college life. Two of my best friends that I've known pretty much forever were trying to get used to not having me around to hang out with or to talk with all the time. And they didn't really like that. They figured that I was going to be there for them every step of the way. And when I wasn't, it really hurt them. But while they wanted that, I was also trying to benefit myself by getting the education that I wanted. Now, one of them did go to college, and I think he still is in college, but he ended up staying home for college, and my other friend didn't. He decided that college wasn't for him and that he was going to try and start a band with my other friend. And they tried that. They had, their ups and downs, but they would always try and rope me into it to help them settle out whatever issues they were or weren't having. And when I went up to school, they didn't have me as readily available as they wanted. And a lot of things boiled up between me not messaging them every weekend or me just not being there for them. And it really hurt them. And they overloaded out on me, and pretty much they felt like I was neglecting them for trying to better myself and not having time to hang out with them. Even when I was home for breaks, like whether I was at work or studying for midterms during like fall break or spring break. So that's the negative side of it. The more positive side is that once you learn to balance your work and your work life and your home life with your family and your friends, it's super beneficial. And I've done that with some of my other friends who, one goes to college in Connecticut and the other one, he says he's at home. He went to nursing school, but that didn't work out for him. We all make time to hang out with each other, whether it's texting or we video chat through Discord or Skype. And we've found that those are some of the best ways that we've connected aside from waiting till we're all at home to really hang out together. So just try and watch out for this and be careful of it so it doesn't happen to you like how it happened to me. Because sometimes I miss having those two friends who aren't my friends anymore. And, the situation sucked, but I've gotten past it and I'm making the best out of it by trying not to lose the other friends that I still have from home, while also making new friends like some of you guys up at school. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And once again, my question to you is, when was the last time you took a vacation from school and work?